Now we have some royal news. Prince Harry speaking publicly for the first time about his family's decision to step back from royal life and why he says there was, quote, really no other option. So let's go to James Longman at Buckingham Palace with the latest details on that. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. I think we saw Prince Harry at the most open I think we've ever seen him last night. It's clear this is not how he wanted things to go. He defended his wife Meghan, saying she's the same woman that he fell in love with. And he said when they were married, they were excited, they were ready to serve. How things have changed.
Before I begin, I must say that I can only imagine what you may have heard or perhaps read over the past few weeks. So I want you to hear the truth from me, as much as I can share, not as a prince or a duke, but as Harry.
Overnight, a candid Prince Harry speaking out for the first time about his decision to step back as a senior member of the royal family.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
A subdued Harry telling the crowd at a fundraiser for a charity he co-founded that the decision to step away from his role has given him great sadness.
What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
All this since Buckingham Palace announced a deal allowing Harry and his wife to officially step out of the royal spotlight and become private citizens. On Saturday, the palace revealed some details of the new arrangement, among them that he and Meghan will no longer perform any public duties on behalf of the Queen and won't use the Royal Highness title.
So there are still discussions going on in Buckingham Palace about whether they can use the Sussex royal brand or not moving forward. Some say it looks like they're cashing in on their royal status. If they do have to start over, that means completely rebranding their Instagram account, their website and any other commercial projects they're working on right now.
As part of the agreement, Harry and Meghan, who'd wanted financial independence, won't receive any public funds and will now have to earn a living, though it's thought Harry's father, Prince Charles, will continue to financially support them. They'll also have to pay rent on Frogmore Cottage, the home they'll continue to use while in the UK, and will have to pay back the $3.1 million of British taxpayer money spent renovating it before Archie's birth. Harry, who thrived spending years in the military.
It's very easy to completely forget about who I am when I'm in the army. I am one of the guys, I don't get treated any differently.
Will also no longer hold on to his honorary military titles or his Commonwealth Youth Ambassador role. The Queen, seen on Sunday attending church with her son Prince Andrew, putting out an official statement saying she's pleased that together we've found a constructive and supportive way forward for my grandson and his family, adding she recognises the challenges they've experienced as a result of intense scrutiny over the last 2 years and that she supports their wish for a more independent life. Despite all the drama, a reminder from the Prince of the simple joys of fatherhood.
It has also been a privilege to meet so many of you and to feel your excitement for our son Archie, who saw snow for the first time the other day and thought it was bloody brilliant.
And I think it is important to remember this is a young family we're talking about. Meghan and Harry said a big part of the reason they want to relocate is for their son. What next? Well, Harry is due to head over to Canada. And I think here the overwhelming sense in Britain is of the end of an era. It is the end of Harry's time as a working royal. Robin?
We'll see. All right, James, thank you. Royal commentator Alistair Bruce is going to join us now to discuss this a little bit more, and we appreciate your time. You know, Harry said there was really no other option but to step back from his royal duties, although he did want to continue with some parts of his royal responsibilities. Can you break down for us what he wanted in the agreement but that he didn't get?
Well, I'm not subject to exactly what was laid before the royal household and the Queen's representatives, but I know when he says that he wanted to support the Queen, the Commonwealth, and carry on with his roles in the armed forces, those are three areas that he felt, and presumably Meghan did too, that they could run co-concomitant with everything else that he's got planned. But you know, it's very difficult. This is a role that's rather like working in the civil service. If you're in the royal family, you can't be seen to be benefiting from private income and still be a beneficiary of the royal status. So that's been the difficulty, and I'm afraid it was necessary for the Queen and her advisors to draw the line at that.
And Alistair, he said a lot, and he seemed to be pouring his heart out. It seemed to be heartfelt, but how are his comments now being received there?
Well, I think everyone has followed the life of Prince Harry, and Harry, as we'll call him in due course, all his life since he was born. I mean, I remember when he was born, I saw him going through the army, and I think that when his mother died, I think there was a great sense of anguish for him. And I think that that continues because people feel throughout the United Kingdom a great warmth towards this young man and his desire to get his marriage sorted out and to wish him well. But you know, the monarchy is not something you can just dip into and dip out of. And I know it must have seemed possible to him that he could, but it's been pointed out that because the monarchy must be kept clear of the danger of being seen to benefit for any of its members from any financial advantage that they might get from being royal, he's just had to make these rather difficult decisions, and he's gone.
But Alistair, I've seen that they've decided they're going to review this arrangement after years, so is there any going back?
Oh yes, and I think that was the intent that the Queen has ensured. She has expressed everything about these announcements in very warm, grandmotherly terms. And you know, you're born royal, it's a rank, it's not a title. A title is being Duke of Sussex, and I think what the Queen will always want to make sure is that if there is ever a need or it's sensible for the royal family and Harry wants to, he should be able to come back and pick up his rank. He was born with it, and then move on from there. But right now, we know Harry and Meghan have got plans, they're going to do them, and I think the United Kingdom and the monarchy have made it clear they wish them well within the constraints that have been set.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.